Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to click that like button, click that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get back into it. They wanted you to be stuck on E, but God said your cup's about to overflow past the brim and then some. You started to fix your life and get things together and improve yourself like you're supposed to do. When things aren't going well for you, you're supposed to see that, accept your responsibilities in the matter, and see where you went wrong, analyze that, and then see where you can go right. You're not supposed to blame other people. You're not supposed to shame other people. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to be using other people as the cause for your problems. You're not supposed to try to make other people your problems. But when people try to have a evil plan and a deadly hand in what they see you trying to do, it becomes a different kind of story. It becomes something it becomes a lot more negative than you like to think. And unfortunately, when you do something wrong, when your life's not going the way you wanted to go because of you, that's your problem. If you made some mistakes, if you did some things that weren't right, if you mismanaged funds, if you did things you weren't supposed to do, or if you were being self-destructive, you have to fix that. You have to change that around. You have to own up to what you've done wrong and turn your life around. All right, like you're supposed to do. But when people see you try to do that after condemning you, after telling you what you were doing wrong, after throwing it in your face countless times on how you need to change this and change that and make your life better, once you start to do that, if they try to get in the way of that, isn't that kind of evil? After you just got done telling somebody that you're not doing right, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you need to fix this, you need to change that, you need to become a better person, why would you try to interrupt that? Why would you try to put that on pause for that person? You see, this person's on go mode and they're trying to right their wrongs. They're trying to correct their errors. They're trying to make their life better than what it was. Isn't that what you wanted them to do? But the thing is, sometimes when you clean things up, sometimes when you clean yourself up, sometimes when you make your life better, you become something that people didn't want to recognize because you're unrecognizable. They didn't expect to see that. You were destroying yourself, you were being negative, you were being corrupt, you weren't being the best version of yourself, you were being a destructive person to yourself and possibly even other people. But once you stopped that because you saw where it was getting you and you realized that, you know what? This isn't the life I want. What they're saying is right. They're right. I'm being wrong. I'm not being a good person. I'm not being a righteous person. I'm not being anything at this point. I'm down in the dumps. Let me turn this on around. Let me make my life better. Let me improve. Let me become the person that God knows I can be and that I know that could be and what I think other people would like me to be. But it comes a time when you have to stop doing things for other people and you have to start doing things for yourself. And when you start to do things for yourself because you realize that it doesn't matter what people think of you, it doesn't matter how people see you, it doesn't matter how people perceive you, it doesn't matter what people say about you, have to say about you, how they talk about you, all that is irrelevant. All that matters is what you need to do for you, for yourself, so that way you could grow and have a positive, productive life, a healthy life, a life worth living. And when you start to do that, when you start to transform your life and transform yourself and you actually start to put those things that you were learning to work and you weren't just saying it, you weren't just reading it, you weren't just doing it for the heck of it, you were actually doing these things to have them change your life and to help you change your life. And now that they see that you've changed more than they thought you would, you're turning into something that they didn't expect you to turn into. Now they want to try to ruin your plans. They know that you have something good to do with your life. They know that you're going to do something big with your life. They know that you are turning yourself into something better than what you were in the past. And everybody's got a past, and the past should be the past. But when, because bad times don't last, only tough people do. Excuse me, tough times don't last, only tough people do. So you stood the test of time, you passed the test, you realized the errors of your ways, you decided to turn your life around, you decided to pick yourself up off the ground, you decided to make your life better than what it was, you decided to not be the same toxic person, evil person, negative person, mean person, bad person. You decided not to be that anymore because everybody's got a past. Everybody has some ways about them. Everybody has some evil ways about them, some negative ways about them, some destructive ways about them, and in one way or another. So the fact that you saw that, you realized that, you listened to what they had to say, and you started to fix things and make things better. Now they want to try to get in the way and throw a monkey wrench in your plans. Now they want to try to stop you from improving because you've turned into something that they didn't expect you to turn into. You started to make your life better than what they expected you to make it. So now they're starting to plan on you and plot on you and how they could try to get you to destroy how they could get you back to where you were. Now they're trying to destroy your life. They're trying to destroy the plans that you have for yourself. You're looking good. You're taking care of yourself. You're dressing nice. You're eating healthy. You're not eating bad anymore. You're not eating toxic foods. You're not eating foods that bring your health down. You're bringing foods that will bring your health up. You want to change your life. You want to put positive things in your body. You want to put positive things in your mind. You want to become a positive person. You want to do positive things with your time. You're changing your life around and becoming the person that you're supposed to be, that you were supposed to be the whole entire time. And it gets a little deeper than just you doing some things you weren't supposed to be doing or you ruining your life. There's reasons why those things happen. We're not going to get into them as much as we are on the subject in this video, but there's reasons for those kinds of things. But they saw you do some things that disturbed them. They saw you do some things they didn't expect you to do. They saw you fix some things they didn't think you'd ever fix. They didn't think you'd ever get a grip on certain things. They didn't think you'd build your self-esteem back up. And they didn't think that you would build your courage back up. They didn't think you'd build your idea of yourself back up. They didn't think you'd build your confidence back up. You got a new walk. You walk different now. You talk different now. You got a new energy. You cleaned your energy up. Your vibe's not dirty anymore. You don't got dirty energy anymore. You're working on yourself. You're still work in progress, but you're less cluttered up now in your mind, your body, and your spirit. You're fixing your life. You're fixing how you view life, how you view yourself, how you view things. You wanted to take your life and turn it into what it was always supposed to be. They thought you would just stop being the type of person that you were. They didn't know you'd start to take some great leaps in life. They didn't know you would try to become something. They just thought you would, you know, put those negative things down, put those negative ways down. They thought you would just become a better person. They didn't know you were going to become great. They didn't know that you were going to do things with your time that would change your life and make your life as best as it could possibly be. They didn't know that you would try to reach the sky after you cleaned up your mind's eye. They didn't know that. They didn't expect you to become the best of the best. They didn't expect you to come to become that person that they always saw. They always saw something in you, but they didn't think you saw it because of how you were acting and how you were living. But now that you see that, you saw that, you said, "Whoa, this is who I am. I have some potential here. I think it would benefit me to do something with that. I think it would benefit me to become a better person. So now that you tried to do that, it's like they want to get in the way now. You're starting to turn up on life. You're starting to educate yourself. You're starting to learn things. You're starting to create things. You're starting to manifest things in your life, and they don't like what they see. And now you can finally tell that they wanted you to be stuck on E. But God's about to fill your cup. God said your cup is about to overflow. He sees what they try to do to you. You had to turn your life around because of all the things that happened. All right. All the negative things, all the your self-esteem was destroyed. You didn't have no self-esteem. You didn't have no courage. You didn't have any self-confidence. All those things were destroyed. But now that you built those things back up, they want to try to tear them back down again for the second time. They already had a hand in it the first time of destroying you to the point to where now you would freely destroy yourself. So it's like, what do you really want a person to do? What do they really want you to do? They wanted you to be stuck. They didn't want you to have anything. And the minute you started shining, you started getting new things, and you started getting new jobs, and you started doing real good for yourself. They couldn't take it. They couldn't take the fact that you started to become who you always knew that you could, because they always saw something in you. They just didn't know you saw it in yourself. But you started to see it in yourself. You started to grab a hold of it. You started to take hold of it. You started to use it. You started to feel good about yourself. You started to get your mojo back. Started to turn your swag on a little bit. Your light was shining too bright for their likes. They didn't like to see you do that well. So they had to put you down. They had to belittle you. They had to make you feel like you weren't doing enough. And on top of that, they even went as far as trying to stop you from what you were doing. They wanted you to fall back. They wanted you to fall back into those negative ways. They wanted you to fall back into that negative state. They wanted you to become what you were in the past, and even try to help you become that. They tried to make you worse than you already were. They already destroyed you once, and they try to destroy you again for the second time. It's always better the second time around for them. It's always better when they get a second chance to destroy you the second time around. The reason why you were doing so well is because you got away from them and you didn't realize that. You didn't see that. But the reason why you were doing good is because you didn't have any toxic people around you. Started to think everything was okay. Started to trust people again. Started to become a better person. You changed. All right. You started to have a positive idea. Started to have a positive outlook on life, and you wanted to give life a chance. Not everybody deserves a second chance. Not everybody deserves to be put back into your life, because whether you know it or not, now you see it. They wanted you to be stuck. They were the reason why you ended up like that in the first place. They were the reason why you had low self-esteem in the first place. They were the reason why you didn't feel good about who you were in the first place. And they wanted you to not have anything because it hurt them to see you do well, because they were in secret competition with you. And the fact that you feel good about yourself and you have self-esteem and confidence, things that they don't have, which is why they had to destroy them in the first place. It bothers them to see you love yourself. It bothers them to see you love your life. It bothers them to see you enjoy life. They get sick to their stomach when they see you do well. They would rather see you stuck and needing their help. They would rather see you stuck and having to depend on them. But God's about to fill your cup up because he sees what they're doing to you. He's going to provide a way for you to continuously fix your life and fix your income. All right. He's going to provide a way for you to make your life better than ever. No matter how much they don't like it, no matter how much they're upset by it, no matter how much they're destroyed by it, no matter how much it irritates them, irritates their spirit and all that. God's going to fill your cup past the brim. You're about to have some blessings come into your life that will change your life forever. All you have to do is thank him for it now and realize that your life is about to change. You have to focus on the present and keep your mind there. All that stuff is in the past now, and you have to focus on the better that's coming. You have to focus on the blessings that are coming, and you have to fully see yourself where you want to be. And you have to cut all that negative stuff out of your life, and you got to forget those things that are behind. You got to leave those things in the past. That's your story. It happened to you. You went through that, but now who are you? You have to focus on who you want to be now, what you're doing now, 100%. Because if not, you're not going to be able to make room for the things that are about to come into your life. And you're about to have some amazing things come into your life. All right. All the things that they tried to hold back from you, all the things that you couldn't get because going around them would be too toxic. You got stuff in certain places you can't even go back and get it because you had to just leave. You had to leave, and once you realize that, yo, they're trying to hold me back, they're trying to keep me stuck, they're trying to destroy me, you had to drop everything and run. They saw you start to improve. They saw you start to make changes that they didn't think you would make. They thought you would change, but they didn't expect you to go big time. They thought you would, turn your life around, but they didn't expect you to work towards becoming a king. They didn't expect you to work towards becoming a queen in your life. They don't want to see all that. They don't want to see you shine and dress nice and have jewelry and have nice necklaces and watches and fancy clothes and nice shoes. They don't want to see all that. They start hating when they see you dress nice. They start hating when they see you look good. They rather see you in rags. Instead of going from rags to riches, they rather see you go from riches to rags. That's how you know that somebody wanted you to be stuck on E. They didn't want you to have any money. They didn't want you to have any success. They wanted you to be stuck. So that way you would be dependent on them. That way they could control your life and they could feel good about themselves because they know they're on top. That's the only time they feel good is when they're on top. When they know they have somebody beneath them that's suffering because of them. It's sadistic in nature, but that's who they are. And they're not going to change. But God sees all that. Your cup is about to overflow. You got blessings on blessings on blessings coming to you right now. That's what you have to keep your mind on, the fact that you're blessed. The fact that you're about to get blessings and you're about to get blessed and then some. Your finances are going to be fixed. If you've been having any financial trouble, all that's going to be fixed. Some of us, the situation, the environment was so toxic, we had to leave everything behind. Didn't even have a shirt on our back because we had to leave everything behind. Couldn't even go back there and wash our clothes. Had to wash them in the sink because we had to leave everything behind. All you had was the bare minimum. Because certain people you couldn't even go around because they're so toxic, they'll put you down and have you feeling sick. It was your health. What you realize, which is a good thing, and this is why you're going to be blessed. You realize that your health was more important than materials. You realize what true riches were: peace of mind, health, mental health, physical health, time with God to just sit and think and be able to think clearly in a healthy environment, in a healthy space. That's real money. That's real wealth. Having peace of mind, having time to yourself, being able to think, being able to communicate with God what you want in life and where you want to take your life. Instead of being around people where you can't think because the environment is so toxic, because they're so negative, because they're low key trying to destroy you and acting like they're not. They're trying to, it's called crazy making. That you had to get out of there and leave everything behind or lose your mind. Those little $250 sneakers weren't more important than your mental health. So kudos to you. That $300 watch was not more important than your mental health. Kudos to you. All the things you had to leave behind, all the clothes, the shoes, the boots, the everything, it wasn't worth it. You're going to get all that and then some. And that's why God's about to bless you, because he sees you pass the test. You realize that it was more important for you to go through what you went through, even if you struggled, because you were going to struggle your way to a better life. You were going to struggle your way to a better existence, a better you, a better version of yourself, better mental health, better clothes. God doesn't mind you having nice clothes. God doesn't mind you dressing fresh to death. God doesn't mind you having a nice pair of sneakers, a nice pair of Stacey Adams, some Gucci shoes, a Gucci belt. All right, as long as you don't worship the items, as long as those materials aren't more important to you than helping your brother or your sister or your mental health or putting them before him, which means you would do something wrong just to go get it. No, he sees that you have a good heart and you put him first before everything. You put him first before anything. Friends, family, material positions, money. You put God first before all of that because you know he's going to give you all that back. He'll give you new family. He'll give you new friends. He'll give you new clothes. He'll give you new shoes. Or he'll give you, if you lost your car, he'll give you a new car. You have to be accepting of these things now and know that God can do anything for you. All right, you have a God that will help you out with anything that you need. Doesn't matter. Forget what you left behind. Forget what you left behind. Forget the people that you had to leave behind. Pray for them and wish them the best. Hope that they change one day. Because all this work on yourself, it made them jealous. All that work on yourself, it made them hate you because you were becoming something better and it made them bitter. You were changing your life for the better and it made them bitter. It put a bitter taste in their mouth, bitter like a worm would. It put a foul feeling in their stomach. They couldn't sleep at night knowing that you were gaining your peace back, knowing that you were gaining your peace of mind back, knowing that you were becoming a better person than who you used to be and a better person than who they are. So your cup is about to overflow past the brim and then some. All your financial troubles are gonna go. All your any other troubles you have are gonna go. All right. Let's not act like money doesn't cure a lot of things. All right. We're not talking about chump change either. God's about to pour some money into your life to where you're going to be able to do the things that you are supposed to do for Him, and as a result, you're going to be able to live the life that you were always meant to live. If you love God and you believe in God, you're not supposed to be broke. If you love God, you're supposed to be rich. And you love God. You don't love hate. You don't love to hurt people. You don't love putting people down. God loves to make those kinds of people rich because He knows they're going to do something good with the money. He knows that they're going to, once He blesses them, once they're blessed, He knows that it's going to be, He already knows what type of spirit you have. You have the type of spirit that when everything is good with you and you're blessed, you're going to go out and bless other people and help others. It's just who you are. It's who you were put here to be. And He knows that. And other people know that too. They had to try to hold you back, take years off your life, and try to stop you from becoming what you were meant to become. And then on top of that, blame you for falling victim to the evil that they tried to cause for you in your life. But that's a whole nother video. But they wanted to see you stuck, but God's going to put some motion in your life. They wanted to see you stuck on E. God's going to fill your tank up. He's going to fill your cup up past the brim. It's going to overflow past the brim, and you're going to have blessings on blessings and then some. You're going to have so much money that you're not even going to know what to do with it. You're going to be blessed so much that you're not going to be able to help but be able to bless God and bless other people. You want to talk about singing praise on His name. You're going to be singing more praise on His name than you could have ever imagined. You're going to feel so good and your life is going to be going so good. Are there going to be ups and downs? Yes, that's life. But when you're blessed, you get to fall back on those thoughts. Things aren't going right, but I'm blessed. Things aren't going right, but my bank account is good. My health is good. My mental health is good. All right, I got food to eat. Not only do I have clothes on my back and shoes on my feet, I got some nice clothes on my back and some nice shoes on my feet. People stopping and looking at me. People asking me where I got this and who put my outfit together and who's my stylist. You looking at them. You know, as a matter of fact, you want to know who my stylist is? Y'all knew I was gonna do it. You know I do. Don't be scared to put in the comment section. You know who my stylist is. Feel free to put it in the comment section. You know who my stylist is. Keeps me fresh to death and nothing less. All right. That's how you already feel good and you don't physically have certain things. That's how you're able to move around with a smile on your face and certain things are missing. Certain things aren't there. You may be struggling in certain areas, but you don't see it as a struggle. You see it as your pathway to success. You see all your struggles as a stepping stone to make you greater. You don't see those negative situations as something that to hold you back or something to complain about or something to make you less of a person or make your life any worse than it already is. No, you don't see your life as being worse. Things are always constantly getting better for you because in every way and every day you get better and better. When you think positively and you speak positively and you put God first and you have faith in God and faith in yourself and your abilities and the ability that he put in you, you're unstoppable. And that's why certain people want you to be stuck in life because they know you're about to take it to the top. They know you're about to take off like a skyrocket. They know you're about to blast off. You're like takeoff. You're about to blast off, but you won't stay alive. And make sure you use that man's life as an example. He was hanging around the wrong people. You're not supposed to be in the council of the wicked and the ungodly. If Takeoff wasn't there and dealing with evil, wicked people, he would still be alive, still making his music. But he wanted to hang with his homies. He wanted to be around his peers. He wanted to be around his friends. Sometimes your friends don't. Sometimes the people that you think have the best interest at heart for you, they don't. And they want to see you stuck. Some of them want to see you in a pool of blood. All that stuff that he worked for, all that stuff that he earned, gone. They hated to see that young brother do his thing. He was winning, he was having his way, he was being successful, and he was going to put out some positive music. He ain't really talk about negative stuff in his music like that. He was from where he was from. He lived the life that he lived. He had his experience that he had growing up in whatever part of Atlanta he was from. All right. A lot of hoods out there, he was from one of them. So it is what it is. That's where he was from, but he was going to change and do some positive things. And you can see it. You can see that God had his hand on his life. But he took himself out of God's protection because he was hanging around the wicked and the ungodly. And you can't hang in the council of the wicked and the ungodly. That's anybody, family, friends, co-workers, girlfriend, boyfriend. That's anybody that's ungodly. You can't be around people like that because they will destroy you. They'll figure out a way to destroy you in one way or another. And they'll want to see you stuck. But God said your cup is about to overflow past the brim. You got some blessings coming to you. You've been staying down until you get up, until you're able to get up. You got some blessings coming to you. You done been through it all and had your back against the wall, and you still didn't give up, and you still didn't stop having faith, and you still didn't stop believing in yourself and in God. You got some blessings coming to you. Everything is about to change for you. God loves people like you. It's glory in your story. He wants you to share it, and he wants you to profit off of it. He wants you to prosper off of it. And he wants you to use what you have in you to wake up some things in some other people who have eyes to see and hear and ears to hear. People could laugh at you all they want, mock you all you want. They're not laughing at you and they're not mocking you. They're mocking the God in you. So they better watch what they say. They better watch what they think, and they better watch the negative energy that they send out. Because your cup is about to overflow. You're about to be blessed in everybody's face, and you're already protected. You have angels surrounding you, guarding you, and camped out your house, and camped out your apartment, and camped out your room, and camped out your job. You going to the store, the angels are with you. You going out to get a bite to eat, the angels are with you. You going to the gym, the angels are with you. You're going to the bank, and the angels are with you. So keep on the positive tip. Keep moving forward in your life. All right. Keep doing everything that you know you're supposed to be doing because it's got you this far. Everything that you know you're supposed to be doing, keep doing it. It got you this far. It's keeping you out of trouble. You're being productive. If they don't want to see it, if they're trying to stop you, you're going to have to put some space between you and them. So that way you could go become who you're supposed to be. Not everybody's going to want to see that happen. It's a difference between not supporting someone and not wanting to see something and actually putting your hand in the person's way, actually putting yourself in that person's way to try to stop it. There's a difference between not wanting to see somebody becoming successful and trying to stop somebody from becoming successful. There's a huge difference. Somebody doesn't want to see you become successful. They're just going to go downstairs and mind their business. Somebody that wants to stop you from being successful, they're going to have a hand in it, and you're going to know it, and you're going to feel it. And you're probably going to have to flee. All right, you're probably going to have to get out of one city and go to the next because some people are too toxic and their energy will stop you. All right, their energy will stop you because they're preying on you and putting curses on you, and you got to get away from that because it will hold you all the way back from trying to accomplish your goals. But God said you're about to have your cup filled and then some. It's about to overflow past the brim and then some. They wanted to see you stuck on E, but God said that's not the way it's supposed to be, and that's not the way it's going to be. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out. And prosperity.